continue on reading the Frauditor's Handbook, How to Suck at Life by Hezokuai Jenkins, and also read by Keeping It Criminal. Second to last chapter, How to Act in Court. Get some mighty good lessons from here, especially coming from Turd Snerdly, a legal lawyer for Uncle Arty's Smart Girl Stupidity. Think you would have a shitty day, Hezekiah. The most important way that the sovereign citizen movement affects the fraudulent community is how you should deal with court cases. In fact, most fraudulent court appearances are virtually indistinguishable from those of your average sovereign citizen, for you people that don't get into the movement. Oops, excuse me, little bitch, burp. The first and foremost thing to keep in mind while appearing in court is to never, under any circumstances, dress as though you're about to appear before the judge. Though not required, a baseball cap, t-shirt, shorts are preferred. Also, you must insist on representing yourself with the goal of any court proceeding is to cause maximum confusion and waste as much time as possible until it is so costly to the state to continue the prosecution that they will simply dismiss the case. This is both frauditing and subset terms is called a victory. Sounds like, could it be Satan? I mean, delete laws? And filing motion after motion after motion and other lawsuits and become a vexatious litigant, which basically means that you are filing lawsuits for harassment and hoping that you can catch in on that big buck. Fuck you. Where was I? There are any number of reasons for you to cite for not wanting an attorney. If you choose to go the full subset route, you can claim that the B in bar stands for British and therefore legitimizes attorneys as loyal to the British crown. God don't save the Queen. You killed Princess Di, got rid of Princess Fergie. Fuck you. Turd Snerdly. Hezekiah, you slipped that one in there, you son of a bitch. I would advise against it. Stick to your own guns. Be your own lawyer. For Christ's sake, actually be an illegal lawyer. At least I got the balls to do it. I passed the bar. Uncle Arty's bar girl stupidity. See? I just passed the bar. Well, I just passed the bar. I'll do it again. I just passed the bar. Ha! Anyways. What the subsets do... Well... What the subsets do, assert, there is a valuable asset to the frauder. It is to challenge jurisdiction. Although there are indeed several types of jurisdiction, the aspect most challenged in court is that of the location. Thus, when challenging jurisdiction, the court will assume that you mean location. They will cite the charging document, i.e. citation, for example, establishes jurisdiction. As a frauditor, however, it is important to understand that your definition of jurisdiction comes from the Salsit playbook. It is, in its most basic form, the idea that you, being a human, fall under no jurisdiction, period. Not a girl's period, but a jurisdiction, period. Grammar, grammatical period. Not a menstruation. Ugh. Anything that bleeds for 3 to 5 days and doesn't die? Don't trust it, as Mr. Garrison would say. Where was I? Your argument that the court has no jurisdiction over you, not due to any actual laws, but simply because you say so. Jurisprudence, and I was able to say that word right because I need Turd Snerdly, a legal lawyer for that jackass Uncle Arty and his bar girl stupidity. Yeah, like I said, this book sucks so much that even doing the power of stupidity compels you thing on the screen doesn't work. It's because this book sucks. Because it's got fraud and stuff in it. Not because Hezekiah wrote it. He sucks anyways, but anyways. Jurisprudence and due process allow you to challenge jurisdiction at any point during the proceedings. This is important because it gives you the technically legal leeway to befuddle and confound the court into eventually dismissing your case. And that's a win. Anyways. As with all complex ideas involving in frauding... Oh, sorry, let me misspell that. Fuck you. As with all complex ideas involved in frauding, do not allow their complexity to frighten you, as none of the arguments you make hold any merit whatsoever. It doesn't matter if you understand them. Only that you use them, and use them well. This is why you cannot allow yourself to be represented by an actual attorney. Damn it, Hezekiah, how am I supposed to make it just us living around here, you son of a bitch? And I hate you too, kick. Anyways, now. This is why you cannot allow yourself to be represented by an actual attorney. Fuck you. Because they do not know better. Yes, I do. And would never allow themselves to be associated with arguing such blatant nonsense in court. Oh, yeah? Well, how about if I habeas your corpus? Or risk being disbarred? The only way I get disbarred is if Uncle Arty kicks me out for not paying my tab. Ha! Naughty Nicky Knockers sure run away with me, because Uncle Arty's got little dick. The Hadron Collider wouldn't be able to smash a particle small enough to equal up the size of his dick. Another tactic among both the sophomores and frauditors is to speak in a manner meant to trap the judge into a circular debate. The case in the court goes round and round, round and round. Oh, yes, the bus. The wheels on the bus. Yeah, whatever. There are several common examples, such as the idea that you can at no time ever enter a plea. If the court asks you for a plea, say,
you cannot enter a plea until the court establishes jurisdiction. If the court then establishes jurisdiction, reject it. When they get back into asking for a plea, again, challenge jurisdiction and so on.
The wheels on the courthouse go round and round, the cycle goes round and round.
Hold on. Oh, God, itchy on my nose.
Another shared strategy and a good way to confuse and befuddle the court is to ask legal questions. As you can do not that, however, you must not put them in the form of a question, but as a point of clarification. I need a point of clarification on this, and I didn't understand it. This is exceedingly important, as a judge cannot practice law from the bench, and your questions are meant to bait the judge into doing so in hopes of instigating a mistrial. Just in case the dismissal tactics prove ineffective, of course throughout the entirety of the proceedings, it is essential that you consistently argue civil rights violations. Me reading this should be a civil rights violation against my First Amendment rights. It's going to get overturned if the fucking Congress sees this.
You're something what?
Remember, although your ultimate goal and immediate goal in court is to get your case dismissed, your primary long-term objective overall is everything you can do is to get paid. Money, 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 money. The most effective tactic I've seen in terms of wasting the court's time is a much more advanced solve-sick technique, but still tends to work just as well as for frauditors. When the court asks you if you want an attorney, of course you must say, you do not, except for hire Uncle Arty, illegal lawyer for this fucking barn girl of stupidity. God. Anyways, probably pay me more than this son of a bitch. Yeah. However, you have the right to an attorney. The court will be required to clarify that you understand you are waiving your right to an attorney. At this point, you may wish to insist that you will not under any circumstances waive any of your rights. Now here's where it gets good. You also have the right to represent yourself. Therefore, if you do not have an attorney, you are then waiving your right to represent yourself. Being it literally impossible to have an attorney present and not to have an attorney present at the same time, you cannot refuse to waive any rights at all. This tactic, however, although quite effective at wasting time, is fleeting, as the judge will likely compromise by assigning a standby counsel, like what he did with the Ken Blandino jackass. Yeah, where we at? After all, no matter how much you go study, Google other frauditors, our script, or the Citizen script, you will never be as smart as the judge. Thus, the tactic works best among judges that have little to no experience dealing with the specific types of idiots that you are, and therefore takes more time for them to figure out what the hell you're babbling about. Or what I'm babbling about. Well, that concludes this freaking chapter, the second to last chapter in the book. I'm done. What? I'm not even done with part 2? Fuck you. Alright, well, thanks for letting me torture you with the second to last chapter of the... But as always, keep it criminal, frauditors, and Hezokuai. Fuck you and have a shitty day, you jackasses.